The latest movie news and reviews to see or not to see.
Wrapping up my look at the Sam Raimi trilogy in the lead up to The Amazing Spider-Man, it's time for a look at Spider-Man 3. Peter Parker has finally managed to piece together the once broken parts of his life, maintaining a balance between his relationship with Mary Jane and his responsibility as Spider-Man. But more challenges arise for our young hero. Peter's old friend Harry Osborn has set out for revenge against Peter, taking up the mantle of his late father's persona as the new Goblin. And Peter must also capture Uncle Ben's real killer, Flint Marko, who's been transformed into his toughest foe yet, the Sandman. All hope seems lost when suddenly Peter's suit turns jet black and greatly amplifies his powers, but it also begins to greatly amplify the much darker qualities of Peter's personality that he begins to lose himself to. Peter has to reach deep inside himself to free the compassionate hero he used to be if he's ever to conquer the darkness within and face not only his greatest enemies, but also himself. After Spider-Man 2, everyone was full of hope. It could only get better, right? Wrong. Rather than focus on more character development, we're forced to sit through things like two dance numbers from Peter Parker, as well as a very annoying emo haircut for half the movie. Sam Raimi's original plan was to use the Sandman as the main villain with Harry Osborn's new Goblin as a side villain, but in what is now a classic case of the film studio getting involved when they have no clue, Sony demanded that iconic Spider-Man villain Venom be included in the film. For those who don't know, Venom is created when an alien symbiote attaches itself to Spider-Man, turning his suit black. After he realizes it's doing him more damage than good, he manages to free himself, but it finds his enemy from the Daily Bugle, Eddie Brock, who blames Peter Parker for his bad luck. The symbiote's powers, mixed with Eddie's anger, creates Venom, a huge monster whose sole purpose is to destroy Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So when you think of big, bulky, and angry for Eddie Brock, who comes to mind? Obviously, Topher Grace. Now, if you don't know, that's Eric from the TV show That 70s Show, who brings a completely non-threatening and lackluster performance to the character. Even Thomas Hayden Church is wooden as the villain of Sandman. It really seems as if everyone's just phoning in their performance for the paycheck in this movie, which is disappointing after how good Spider-Man 2 was. Much like Spider-Man 2 was a part of a trend of great sequels, Spider-Man 3 joins the ranks of terrible threequels, along with movies like X-Men The Last Stand, The Matrix Revolutions, and Batman Forever. Let's hope the reboot, The Amazing Spider-Man, really rectifies what went wrong in this film once it's released. Spider-Man 3 is available on DVD and Blu-ray now, and I'm giving it a 2 out of 5.
Check out more movie reviews online right now to see or not to see.net.